want, we could hang out every day, Shichan. Shichan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shichan is the president. I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. Yeah. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. Haha, of course we're not trying to get you to join, because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to. So you're admitting that... No, we admit nothing. I mean, Hichan, of course, it'd be nice if you joined, and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one's school. Yup, it's true, Hichan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hichan? I can't tell if she's being genuine, or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they are already pretty cute to begin with. Yeah, they're pretty cute. Well... So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hichan. What? No, no. Aw, see, Hichan, of course, wouldn't go so easily. Yep, that's right, though. It would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, Hichan owes me candy now. You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. Wahaha, that's interesting. Hichan, let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about rich man, poor man, Hichan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Aw, why not? Well, because you two both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Yep. Yeah, that is my goal. Well, what this means is that both of you can team up, and I'll be at a clear disadvantage, so I will have to decline. Hichan, I'm very offended. Are you saying that you don't trust us and that we would pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad. Sorry? It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin. In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. No. How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man? Paper football. Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle, and then you try to shoot past goalposts that the other players make with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hichan. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, Hichan. Wahaha. That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Yeah, that's true. How did you know, Hichan? He's a smart guy. Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me in the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I'm not, at all. I don't care. I don't want to join that. Screw that. I've never been on one before, or even know anybody who was a member, so it interests me. Doesn't interest me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Well, yeah, go for them, I guess. Okay, Chan, how about Risk? The game of world domination. I don't know what that is. You don't know what Risk is? You fucking dumb. It's really fun, Hichan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything. Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play, we can after school. Oh, really, Hichan? We can play just for fun, Hichan. Hichan hasn't played in a long time, so we want to. There are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay. Perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hichan. Wait, why there? God damn it. Because that's where we keep the game. Wahaha. God dang it. I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So in the end I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Smooth move, buddy. Oh, hey, there's the girl. During afternoon class, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. Oh, look at this music. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. Oh my god. I feel a little offended by it. I'd been considering it. Nonetheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to a cell. Wahaha, what's wrong, Hichan? That's right, we're just going to go play a game of Risk, remember? I don't know. Misha, this all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down and play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. That would be bad. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like It would be so plausible. Yeah, with them they're kind of insane. I don't know. Getting to the student council room as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly. ... That's not true, Hichan. Hichan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. Life is threatened. Her expression unchanging, Misha signs something amusedly to Shizune, who makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it is quite large, maybe even a little larger than a classroom. There's a big table in the center, surrounded by chairs, and a smaller desk prominently placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side as well. Extras, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. They could at least put a potted plant in here or something, but the most noticeable thing is that this room doesn't have other people. Are we early? ... No. What do you mean, no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today? ... Yeah, that's right. That's like a date. Before I manage to ask why that's the case, Shizune claps her hands together very energetically. ... Hichan, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Haha, okay. Do you want to know the rules? We can explain to you while we set everything up. While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. Yeah, Risk. It's alright game. Strategy game. You're gonna get your butt kicked by this girl because she's smart. After Misha spends a little too long for her liking running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, Shizune cuts in and declares the game is started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. Oh, it's on now. Halfway through the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from 2 fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention. ... Hichan wants you to know that you're taking too long to make a move. Hichan also says that she'll let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council. I thought this was a game with no strings attached. Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no. ... Hichan admires your fighting spirit and would be benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council. She's ruthless. You're so competitive, Shizune. She seems to take this as a compliment. I would expect the student council president to be a little more magnanimous. She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed, so she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who in return signs it back to Misha. Misha presses her index finger against her temples as if trying to physically imprint the words into her memory. ... Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looked daunted by the pace of her heated signing. Oh, wait, please slow down, Hichan. Hichan says you're going to lose. Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion. Ah, okay. Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief. ... She says you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't. What would I do? Defense. I like being aggressive sometimes. She's either really mocking me or trying to trick me. I have nothing else to lose though, so I might as well try something different. Maybe if I spread out my forces and try to control more territories. Oh, that's a terrible idea. I can recoup the advantage. The students seem to focus on conquering whole nations, so maybe I can sacrifice my hold on continents to gain more small countries. It's worth a shot. A few turns later, I end up losing the game anyway. Dang it. Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump a fist in the air in celebration. I win! Yay! There's no need to translate that, it was pretty clear. Wow, don't look so sad, Hichan. You're really giving it your best, that's what I thought. Sometimes your best just isn't good enough, though. If anyone knows that, it's me. You did very well for someone who just learned how to play today. Hichan, you attacked Iceland and North America at the same time. That's a very daring move. Hichan is impressed. What do you think? The mark of great people is that they are daring and that they can follow through. You're already halfway there. Isn't that great, Hichan?